Let's get started installing your Hunter Industrial Eco Fan. Secure the bracket and down rod to the lift and raise it to the I-beam. Assemble the mount with shims and clamps on the bracket. Hook the clamp to one side of the I-beam and tighten the hardware until the mount is secure. It should still be able to move. Assemble the other shim and clamp to the I-beam and tighten. Center the mount under the I-beam, making sure the clamps have a maximum coverage on both sides. Then tighten the hardware. Wrap retention cable around the beam or building structure you're going to hang the fan from.
Make sure the retention cable is shorter than the electrical cable. This way, the retention cable engages and the fan is not hanging from the electrical cable.
Coil the excess cable and secure, together with the cable clamps. Line up the holes from the retention link into the fork. Insert the clevis pin into the retention rod and secure with the provided clip. Connect the plug from the motor and the down rod and twist to lock. Lift the motor assembly while feeding the studs through the down rod flange and gently pushing the excess wire and cable through the top of the down rod. Be sure not to pinch the cable between the motor and the down rod flanges. Then secure with the nylon lock nuts. Make sure the breaker is off and the lockout or tag-out procedures are in place. Prior to installing the panel, the electrical receptacle for the panel should be installed. Position the panel with the plug connectors facing down. Make sure the box is 15 feet from the center of the fan. Mount the control panel with 1/4 20 hex fastener per corner. Connect the control cable from the fan to the control panel, then twist the connector to lock it in place.
Connect the communication cable to one of the COM terminals and run it down to where you'll be using the controller.
Secure the excess cable to the ceiling or beam. Connect the electrical plug and twist the connector to lock it in place. Using a screwdriver, remove the cover to access the mounting holes. You'll mount the control box using the mount holes on the back of the box. Once the box is mounted, reattach the cover. Plug in the RJ45 cable from the control panel to the side of the control box. As you're placing the beam clamps, make sure you maintain close to a 45-degree angle between the ceiling and the guy wire. Attach the beam clamps to the structure, then clip a guy wire end to the beam clamp. Thread the wire to the guy wire disc until all 4 guy wires are attached to the building. This is temporary. You'll finish threading the wires into the gripple later. After guy wires are attached to the building, hook the turnbuckles to the guy wire disc on the down rod. Unthread the guy wires from the disc. Thread each guy wire through one of the provided gripples. Then the end of the turnbuckle and back through the gripple. Place the level against the down rod and in a crisscross pattern hand tighten the turnbuckles, occasionally checking to make sure the fan stays level. Make sure you tighten the set screws. Be sure to tighten the bolts on the gripples. With the numbers on the blade holder facing up, insert the press studs through the holes in the blade holder. Hand screw the nylon lock nuts onto the press studs to hold it in place. Tighten the nylon lock nuts on the press studs using the 19mm wrench or socket. Repeat for the remaining blades.